Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. Today finally is one of the videos that I promised you before. In this video, I will be sharing my thoughts on 4 different docks for the Apple Watch, starting with this one. This is the nightstand from the company Elevation Lab. I've had this since I got my very first Apple Watch in January 2017. I even have a review of this dock on my channel and I will link it down below. This here is my Series 2 Apple Watch, which is currently fully drained of battery, but this is the watch that I bought in January 2017, for which I purchased this specific dock. Now this dock originally came with a nano adhesive material at the back, which is black in color. I showed it in the review video, but that material had deteriorated over time. But it did not deteriorate fast. It took a while, so it lasted a while. The deterioration took years. So when it deteriorated, I removed it. And when I wanted to use the dock again, I just placed a double-sided mounting tape on the back and it worked just fine. And I did really like this dock. It has served me very well over the years, especially when I was living in a dorm, because at the dorm I did not have a proper nightstand, so I adhered this dock to my headboard and just placed my watch on top. Because the charging puck is magnetic, the watch was safe, it never fell off. I showed that in the review video, so I really suggest that you go check that video out. Now, my problem with this dock is that it destroys some cables because of the way the dock forces the cable to be folded into almost a right angle in this spot. You thread the cable into this hole and then pull the whole thing through, and then as you can see, you'll be forced to fold the cable at almost a right angle. The cable is not just curved, it literally has to be folded. Let me insert here a photo of a cable that was damaged because of this dock. This dock has damaged a bunch of cables. This is just the latest one, and I took a photo of it. Back then, years ago, I was using only original Apple branded watch chargers, and those have lasted a while even when using this dock. And then when my first original Apple cable got destroyed over time, I bought a second one also from Apple, and that one lasted a couple of years. The next chargers that I bought were the cheaper ones, like the Bavin one, and that got destroyed in just weeks because of this dock. These days, the watch chargers from Apple are now already braided, so those can last longer with this type of dock, I think, but I do not want to risk it anymore. And for that reason, I no longer use this dock even though I already have the braided cable. The next dock that I had is this one that is an off-brand one that I bought online. I think it was sometime during the pandemic. This sits on top of your nightstand or your desk. It is not designed to adhere to anything. And this is what I have been using after I have abandoned the Elevation Lab one. But as you can see, they have the same concept for placing the cable in. You just slip the cable through the hole and it comes out the back. Here is the destroyed cable that I no longer use as a charger. Now this gray dock is better than the Elevation Lab in the sense that it does not force your cable to be folded into an angle. You can just bend it into a curve, slot it into this little notch in the back, and the rest of the cable goes out the back. So the cable just kind of curves or bends towards the back. There is no folding of the cable into a sharp angle. So this dock is better in that sense because it does not destroy the lower quality non-braided cables. So when we compare it to the one by Elevation Lab, this one just forces us to literally fold the cable into a sharp angle right here. However, my problem with this dock is that it holds the watch horizontally, which I do not really like because it doesn't look cute. The dock itself is cute, and of course the watch is cute, but when charging the watch horizontally like this, I don't really like it because I don't think it looks cute. But I understand why some docks are like this. It's because back in the day, when the nightstand mode was new in the watch, the nightstand mode activated only when we are charging the watch horizontally. so that it can function like a clock on the nightstand. And people like that. I also did like it for a while, even though I didn't really like seeing the Apple Watch on its side. But that was before, when the nightstand mode was activated only when we are charging the watch sideways. Now, the nightstand mode activates even when we are charging the watch vertically, which brings me to the third dock I have used. This black one is made of silicone. Now, here in this black dock, I have the braided cable that came with my Series 9. And by the way, I have an unboxing of my Series 9, which I will link down below. And I really like this dock because, as you can see, it only requires the cable to be curved in this way. It's just a soft bend and not a sharp fold like in the first dock that I showed. And it even has this part here that can be used for cable management. This entire dock is made of a single piece of silicone, so there are no seams that I can see, at least. And this is actually very nicely designed and very well made. It does not force the cable into destructive folds, and it has its own little cable management feature at the back and at the bottom. And the watch sits on it vertically, which is what I really, really like. Here is a fourth dock that I bought, which is very similar to the black one, made of silicone, but this one is made of aluminum. They're very similar in shape, as you can see, and the aluminum one also does not force the cable to fold into a sharp angle. It only makes the cable curve at a certain point, which is okay. It's safe for the cable to do that. But the aluminum one just doesn't have that cable management feature at the bottom, but it does have it at the back. Also, the aluminum has ends that are flush against each other, while the silicone one has the top part slightly shorter than the bottom part. Now, I do like this aluminum one. I actually ordered it in gray, but the seller sent me the wrong color. This is silver, but that's okay. And so just like the silicone one, this aluminum one has a place along the back of it that you can run the cable through. And at the bottom, you just need to place your cable along this notch. Now, I do not like that fold that you can see there. That's the kind of fold that destroyed my older cables when I was using the first dock. But the cables were folded that way in a different part, which is possibly the weakest part of the cable, but I still don't like it here in this one. The watch sits on the dock vertically, like so. It cannot hold the watch horizontally, but just to show you, the watch can show nightstand mode if it's horizontal and vertical. I prefer vertical, which is why I purchased the last two docks. And the second reason why I purchased the last two docks is that they are not harmful to the cable. Now, I actually do need two docks because I still use my old Series 2 whenever I'm charging my Series 9. The Series 9 has fast charging, so it only takes about an hour for it to go from 10 or 20% to 100%. So while that one is charging, I wear my Series 2. The Series 2 might be dying already, actually, but I plan to continue using it for as long as it's alive. I have a video about the current state of my ancient Series 2, and I will link it down below. But while I am not using the Series 2, I want it on its own dock. So I will take this damaged cable, cut off the cable from the puck, and leave only the puck, and then place the puck in this silicone dock to hold my Series 2 when I'm not wearing it and when I don't need to charge it. The aluminum dock will only be for charging either the Series 9 or the Series 2. I should not be placing the Series 2 or any other Apple Watch on the dock when it's already fully charged. I mean, it might overcharge the battery, which is harmful for the battery. So the black one is just a holder for the Series 2 when I'm not charging it, because I already wear the Series 9 all the time. And here are the two docks on my desk. I really did not like that the cable is folded under the aluminum dock, so I removed that part, and that's okay. My standing desk has a low panel at the back that conceals all of the cables from me, so I really did not need the dock itself to have its own cable management. And this aluminum dock worked out fine for me. By the way, I also have a video about my custom-made standing desk with a built-in cable management trough, and I will link it down below. And those are my thoughts on 4 different Apple Watch docks that I have used. What dock do you have and why do you like it? Let's talk in the comments. I also have 2 more Apple Watch related videos coming up in a few days, so I hope that you are subscribed to my channel and that you have clicked the notification bell so that you will get an alert as soon as those videos are up. Thanks for watching. Bye.